So I got into a huge fight with MGM over this. That's the only reason I'm able to do this. These guys have been disrespecting me in the UFC for 20 years, and it led to us doing this event at the Sphere. And the guy who runs, MGM, he's actually a good dude. He doesn't deal with the arena bullshit. The arena guys have been disrespecting us for years.
How so?
How so? Yeah, if you could say.
Talk about
Just
cannot
every
disclose.
way that you could possibly disrespect us over the last 20 years, these guys have done. So finally, the main guy at MGM stepped in and came over here, and he's like, how do I fix this and whatever? And I said, give me the Sphere. I want the Sphere. I want the Sphere. I want the Sphere. And then finally he said, F it, you can do the Sphere. And then now they're going to try to go head to head with us the same night. You know, it just never ends with these guys. So
Do you ever think like,
here we are.
or do you ever anticipate, or do you always like go into this thinking it's going to be easier than it's going to be, and it always turns out to be more expensive and way more difficult?
No. It's like going through COVID. Nothing was easy about going through COVID, and I knew it was going to be expensive. I was willing to build a lab here to figure out how to test for COVID when we weren't testing for COVID in America. No, I always look at shit that they say can't be done, and I want to be the first one to do it.
Is that
no
like
how expensive it? I don't care about that. I
the
just,
ego
I just
or
want
what?
to do it.
Dana has no ego.
Exactly.
No ego at all.
that concept though about doing things that haven't been done? Have you been like that your entire life?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, even the UFC.
Yeah, well, that for sure.
Nobody thought the UFC wasn't allowed on pay-per-view. You, as a grown adult, didn't have the option to buy it on pay-per-view. We wanted to get it on free TV. Think about this. Was on pay-per-view. UFC was not allowed on pay-per-view. That's how bad it was for the UFC. We bought it and we wanted to get it on free TV, and we wanted to make it a global sport. We literally, when we bought it, I went to the Fertitta brothers. All their smart guys, that work for them, hated this thing and said, guys, don't do this. You're going to blow a shitload of money. This is never going to work. And to the Fertitta's credit, they dove in and they believed in it just as much as I did, and here we are today.
They get it cheap, right? Didn't they get it cheap?
Well, no, because we paid $2 million for it. Sounds cheap now.